Hello and welcome to Shadow Ridge High School for this highly contested varsity football matchup between the Dysart Demons and the Shadow Ridge Stallions.
Welcome to Shadow Ridge High School for tonight.
For those of you visiting Shadow Ridge High School for the first time, we are located at the base of the White Tank Mountains in the city of Surprise, Arizona. Shadow Ridge High School is entering our 4th year of existence and will have its first 4-year graduating class this upcoming spring. Presently, with a student population of over 1,200, Shadow Ridge offers advanced placement and honors classes, along with a nationally recognized program in architecture and engineering. Junior Ryan Verputin won first place in the Skills USA national competition this past summer, a first in the Dysart Unified School District history. Congratulations to Ryan. For all Shadow Ridge students, I am Adrian Palayo. I'm standing beside Carson Cavaletto and Kyle Barbosa, both seniors here at Shadow Ridge High School. This production is brought to you by the students of Shadow Ridge High School. You are currently watching AIA365.com. Before the contest gets started, I would just like to give a quick shout out to a couple of our students here at Shadow Ridge High School. We have junior Douglas Berger, as I like to call him, Dougie Doug. We have senior Crystal Hall, senior Cassie Soriano, junior Georgia May, senior Aaron Burkhart, sophomore Madison Bowman, junior Shelby Coleman, junior Angel Saravia, who just so happens to be number 2 on our very Stallions. We have senior Nicole Hicks, senior Caleb Bowers, and senior Sierra Dennis. I will be presenting more shout-outs with the upcoming game.
Tonight's officials are referee Rick Stallion, umpire Brian Eatonton, line judge Dallas Terrell.
The Dysart Demons currently enter this contest with an overall record of 2-5, while your Shadow Ridge Stallions enter with a record of 4-3. Coming off a tough loss last week to the Desert Edge Scorpions. Some players to watch tonight for the Dysart Demons includes rushing leader Randy Rizzo. With over 140 yards a game, Rizzo is a player to watch with exactly 1,000 yards compiled on the season.
Your Stallion football team. Give them a round of applause.
And out come the Stallions. They appear to be led by number 1 middle linebacker Queese Wilcox and number 5 outside linebacker Brian Keys. The Stallions look for some quick momentum in their season, leading up to another home match next week against arch rival Willow Canyon.
Adam Martinez, Doug Rosenthal, Alonzo Charles, and your head coach, Rico Tipsy.
As a matter of fact, Brian Keys, number 5, is also a current transfer from Willow Canyon. Earlier this season, Brian Keys had a little bit of an eligibility scare, which he referred to as, "It scared me more than most can imagine." His whole future was being put on hold. Referring to this is Keys, who is currently speaking with colleges such as the University of Oregon, Arizona State, the University of Arizona, and UCLA. Perhaps Keys is looking to play some Pac-12 ball this upcoming spring. There you can see some juniors praying down on the field, which also includes Chase Combs, junior here at Shadow Ridge. They say a prayer on the field with some of his teammates. He listens to some music before the game, such as Can't Be Touched by Roy Jones and Down with a Sickness by Disturbed. Chase Combs receives the occasional rush for the Stallions. He's mainly a defensive player, but he thinks it's nice to run and catch the ball every once in a while. Now we will play the national anthem.
Hey, so how this going to affect y'all when we're calling the game? Is this delayed? He hadn't lifted up yet. He just got it around his neck. So while the ball's in play, do we have your time trainer all the way pretty much?
And then just when you change it, it'll change.
Oh, okay, so this is on the screen, let's say right now, and then you take 4. If I write 6, it'll automatically change it. Oh, so now, okay. I gotta remember this. No, me on it. Got you, Coach. Yes, sir. Right. Oh, yeah, good hitting weapon. Real good hitting.
There you can see the Dysart Demons entering the field. Another player to watch for the Dysart Demons includes sophomore quarterback Gilbert Villalobos, who has compiled over 500 yards on the season with 10 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Leading receiver for the Dysart Demons is also running back Randy Rizzo. Before the game starts, I would just like to thank a couple of Shadow Ridge's sponsors, which includes Sand Chevrolet. Sand Chevrolet has been servicing Arizona for 75 years with a strong commitment to the community and to great customer service. Located at the 303 in Waddell, thank you, Sand Chevrolet. Also, we would like to thank Foothill Sports Medicine. Anyone out there dealing with an injury or pain, Foothill Sports Medicine Physical Therapy is offering free rapid recovery injury assessments to get you on the path to feeling better. Come into our location at Reams Road, north of Greenway, or visit foothillsrehab.com for more information. Thank you, Foothill Sports Medicine, for sponsoring Shadow Ridge football. The captains walk onto the field, including number 5, Brian Keys for the Stallions, also joined by number 1, Queese Wilcox, 3, Anthony King, your starting quarterback, and number 74, that is Justin Ponarelli.
I just want to see him with his shirt tucked in.
Speaking to Queese before the game, he says that before his game, he likes to think about what he has to do to help the team win. Queese also has the occasional run or pass, and he says he's very good in gaining the short yards they need. He thinks he can work on his vision a little bit more. When asked about talented running back Randy Rizzo, Wilcox included, "Oh, no running back is getting by RD, and we will make sure of that." Queese would like to send a quick shout out to Cheyenne Torres and all of his family and fans. Go Stallions. Mentioning Keys earlier, referring to his college choices, he replied with a quick chuckle and said that we will just have to wait until signing day. A big transition from Willow Canyon, which is a 2,000 plus student school, to small school Shadow Ridge. He said that it's a lot more enjoyable, the teammates are a lot more humble, and he enjoys the atmosphere. It looks as if Shadow Ridge has elected to kick off. My mistake. Dysart will be kicking off to start the game. The kicker looks to be number 85. That is Sergio Pedrago Beltran for the Demons. And we are off today.
Come on, run, right there. Boom. Hold the ball.
Ball is received by Phoenix Nelson. And the Stallions offense is led onto the field by quarterback number 3, Anthony King. Anthony King, a dual threat quarterback as he likes to describe himself, says that while his arm accuracy and strength might not be up to par, he likes to elude tacklers and get through the holes. 3 wideouts for the Stallions. There is a stoppage of play. Behind Anthony King is running back Gabe Jordan. Anthony looks back to pass. It was intended for number 7, Julian Torres. However, it is well overthrown and over the Dysart defense. Joining Anthony King is number 11. That is Gabe Jordan. The usual running back Chris Salisbury has been out with a couple of weeks with an ankle injury. He looks to come back next week, perhaps. There is Jordan on the rush. He is down to the 30. He is down to the 20. It looks as if he is not going to stop. That is a touchdown for number 11, Gabe Jordan. That is about a 60-yard rush for Jordan, chalking up some very early points here for the Stallions. On for the extra point is number 12. That is Carlos Suarez. It looks as if Phoenix Nelson will be doing the holding for Suarez. The PAT is good, bringing our score in this first quarter to Shadow Ridge 7 and the Dysart Demons 0. During this stoppage of play, we would just like to thank Arizona Exterminating. Arizona Exterminating has been voted the #1 pest control company for 7 years by Ranking Arizona. Home of the All Pest Solution, thank you, Arizona Exterminating.
Yes, sir. You had him in the huddle with you.
It looks as if number 12, Carlos Suarez, will be doing the kicking off for the Stallions today as well.
Over here on the second line.
Back to receive for the Demons looks to be number 20. That is Robert Cantu. This early score of 7-0 for the Shadow Ridge Stallions looks to be a menacing one. A nice kickoff from Suarez. It is received by Dysart. He is out to about the 30.
There you go. There you go.
He's brought down at about the 29 by heap of Stallions. On comes varsity quarterback Gilbert Villalobos for the Demons. He will look to utilize the run game, which is very, very heavy on number 21, Randy Rizzo. Rizzo has exactly 1,000 rushing yards on the season, including 10 rushing touchdowns. After a quick rushing touchdown from Shadow Ridge, we will look if they can come up with something of their own. They have 2 wideouts in with a fullback and running back behind them. It is a reverse. Number 45 with the ball.
Wow. Where's Gabe? What is Gabe?
That ball is caught by number 40. That is Desmond Passy. And it looks as if number 40 will catch that for a score. Score now being 7-6, Shadow Ridge. A very quick passing touchdown here for the Demons off a little trickery. A quick little trick play from Dysart looks to tie the game up early. On for the extra point for Dysart is number 40, Desmond Passy, the one who just caught that touchdown. Snap goes up. And the kick is good. Tie game early here in the first quarter. Shadow Ridge would also like to thank Dylan's KC Style Barbecue. Now you can dine with the Sharks at Dylan's. No entrance fee is required for dining with us. Thank you, Dylan's. There looks to be a personal foul here on the Stallions, roughing the kicker. Should bring the kick up a couple of yards.
I didn't see the number.
That passing touchdown thrown by number 45. That is Tanoi Samoa for the Dysart Demons. That is Fa'asuaga Tanoi Samoa, senior at Dysart. Ball looks to be kicked from the 45 of Shadow Ridge.
No. Yeah, tight end was to us.
Looks like Padrago Beltran will kick it off from Shadow Ridge's 45. Back to return is number 11, Gabe Jordan. It is a little squib kick. Goes out of bounds. They will have a re-kick. Flag is thrown.
From the original spot.
Mentioning Gabe Jordan on the returns, he is very good at returns. When I asked him if he would compare himself to a young Devin Hester, he replied, "I'm pretty good at returns and I do my best for the team, but I'm not good enough to compare myself to a man such as Devin Hester." Well spoken from Gabe. Gabe is also the tailback for the Stallions today, after absence from starting running back Chris Salisbury. When asked about his running game, he replied that he excels with using his speed to beat the defenders. He still has a lot to work on, though, and he has time as he is only a junior. Kick goes off, however, it looks like some of the Demons rushed a little too quickly. Ball should go back a couple another yards. Mentioning Gabe Jordan's returns abilities, earlier this season he returned a fantastic kickoff for a touchdown as the Demons look to kick off. Nice toe punt. It is recovered by number 9. That is Marcus Williams. He finds a couple of holes, finds some more, and is brought down after getting to about the 37-yard line. Fantastic return by Marcus Williams, who just so happens to be a defensive back here for the Stallions, as well as a senior here at Shadow Ridge High School. It will be 1st and 10 for the Stallions on their own 37-yard line, led by quarterback Anthony King. 4 wideouts for King, along with Jordan behind him. They put Chase Combs in motion. Snap is received. He rolls to his right. That is incomplete, intended for number 80, Caleb Culberson. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Wideouts for the Stallions includes number 7, Julian Torres, 80, Caleb Culberson, who just received that incomplete pass, and number 24, Chase Combs. Also number 8, Phoenix Nelson. Torres in motion. The handoff is to Torres. He goes to the left. He has the first down and probably more. There is a flag on the field, however. Gets out to about the Dysart 45. We shall see what the flag is for.
Right, if he'd stayed home, he'd have tackled him before he threw it.
It will be a holding call on the Stallions. Bring the back about 5 yards. Should bring up second down again. It should be second down and 15 from the Stallions 32. King has 4 wideouts and Jordan behind him. Takes the snap. The handoff is to Jordan. Strike that. That is number 5, Brian Keys, playing tailback. Gets forward for about 4 yards. There is a flag thrown on the field, perhaps a little extracurricular activity on the field. It will be a personal foul call on the Demons. It'll push the Stallions up a couple more yards for an automatic first down. That'll put the ball on the Demon 44-yard line. King has 4 wideouts and Keys behind him. Takes the snap, fakes it to Keys. That ball is caught by number 11, Gabe Jordan, brought down at about the 20-yard line by number 2 for the Demons. That is Chris Lopez. About a 20-yard gain for Gabe Jordan. That is a 24-yard reception. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 from about the 20-yard line. King looks to push the tempo here for the Stallions. 3 receivers to the left. Handoff is to Keys, pounds through the hole. Gains about 5 yards. Asking King earlier about the constant run game from the Stallions, he said it doesn't bother him at all. It takes pressure off of him so that way he can loosen up. He runs the ball sometimes too. He's all about what's best for the team, and so are we, Anthony. 4 wideouts for King. Takes the snap. Quick little bubble screen. Number 80, Caleb Culberson. He slips some tacklers, slips some more, and is brought down at about the 2-yard line. Second straight completion from number 3, Anthony King. It'll bring up a 1st and goal from the Dysart 3-yard line. Quarterback keep by King. Does not look to gain the touchdown on the play. Perhaps a couple of yards gained, however. Looks like it is going to be spotted on the 1. They look to have Keys behind the quarterback King. Perhaps a little pound in from Brian Keys here. It is 2nd and 1st. King takes the snap. It is a handoff to Keys, and he is through for the touchdown.
Like I say, you're going to be on YouTube in the morning, so watch the dance moves.
This is a quick shout out to Coach Tipton. Let us see your moves. That's Brian Keys on the 2-yard run for the touchdown. Brings the score to 13-7 Stallions. That's number 12, Carlos Suarez, on for the PAT. Nelson holding. The kick is good from Suarez, bringing the score to 14-7 Stallions. Talking to Anthony King, the quarterback, about his relationship with the Stallions, he stated that he is cool with everybody on the team and he would take a bullet for them. He tries to lead by example. Him and running back Chris Salisbury are very good friends and they hang out on a daily basis. Chris Salisbury is currently out with an ankle injury and looks to come back as soon as possible.
Yep, you got 11. You got 11.
It looks like Carlos Suarez will be taking the kickoff from the Stallion 40-yard line. If you're just joining us here in the fourth quarter, there's about 9 minutes left here in this first quarter. The score is 14-7 Stallions after a rushing touchdown from Gabe Jordan and Brian Keys, along with a trickster passing play from number 45 to Masamua. Suarez looks for the kickoff. A decent kickoff from Suarez. Reverses it back. No, it is a fake. That is number 2 from the Demons, and that is Chris Lopez. Looks to be brought down at about the 15-yard line. Out comes the Stallion defense, led by number 9, Marcus Williams. Marcus Williams is a multi-sport athlete here at Shadow Ridge, playing both varsity baseball and football. There looks to be a Stallion down on the field. There looks to be defensive back for the Stallions, Elijah Vickers.
You got Williams as backup on that.
Let me take this time to thank one of our sponsors here at Shadow Ridge, Sports Chalet. When it comes to sports equipment, finding exactly what you need isn't always that easy. That's why Sports Chalet has true experts to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Your Goodyear Sports Chalet is proud to support Shadow Ridge High School football. Be sure to visit Sports Chalet or sportschalet.com very soon. Thank you, Sports Chalet. It looks as if E.J. Vickers will walk off the field with some help of the crew. This will bring up a 1st and 10 for the Demons on their own 16-yard line. Only one offensive play during this game has led to a quick score for the Demons. We'll look if they will try any rushing attacks using their star running back, Randy Rizzo. Villalobos takes the field. He has 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends, and Rizzo behind him. Villalobos goes under center. Some movement on the line. It'll be offsides on the defense. We'll move up 5 yards for the Demons. It'll be a 1st and 5 from the 21-yard line. Villalobos goes under center with 2 backs and 2 wideouts. Movement on the line once again. However, that'll be false start on the Demons. We'll go back to the original spots. Villalobos takes the snap. Handoff is to Rizzo. Eludes a couple of tackles. After about 6 yards, he's finally brought him down.
He was getting a good push, and then he took a step backwards.
Looks to be a gain of about 4. Should bring up a 2nd and 6. Ball will be placed on the 20-yard line. Villalobos has 2 running backs besides him. Flag thrown on the play. We'll see what this penalty is in just a second. Penalty is waved off. Villalobos with 2 running backs besides him. He puts one of them in motion. He rolls to his right. It is a screen pass. That is an incomplete pass. That was intended for number 80 of the Demons. That's Andrew Fitzpatrick, sophomore wideout. That'll bring a 3rd and 6 now for the Demons. Villalobos looks to get a quick run in here from Rizzo. Tightly compacted offensive line. It looked to be a run. There looks to be some offensive movement on the play. It is a false start. Bring them back to their own 17-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 11. Lots of laundry thrown here in this first quarter of play. A total of 7 penalties on the game so far. Villalobos and the Demons look for 3rd and 10 now from their own 16-yard line. Handoff to Rizzo. He is brought down quickly by a barrage of Stallions, including number 42. That's Sam Verstratton. And it'll be a 4th and long. Punt team looks to come out here for the Demons. And the Stallion punt return team comes out as well. Gabe Jordan, number 11, back deep to return. Kicker number 85, Sergio Beltran, back to punt. Quick substitution here for the Demons as he runs on the field. Snap is received. The punt is off. Line drive punt here from Beltran. It looks to stop at about the 49-yard line. That'll be about a 35-yard punt on net. Out comes quarterback Anthony King once again, looking to get a quick score here for the Stallions. With 6:51 left on the clock here in the first quarter, they do lead 14-7. It looks as if King will come out with 5 wideouts here. Five wideouts here for King, goes back into shotgun. Takes the snap. It looks to be a screen to Combs. He catches it and runs back. He's down to the 35, makes his way down to about the 39-yard line. My mistake, the 31-yard line. However, there is a flag on the play. It'll be a holding call on the Stallions. It'll bring them back 5 yards for a replay of first down. Looks like it'll be 1st and 10 yet again from the 49-yard line for the Stallions. King has 5 wideouts yet again. Puts Jordan in motion. A quick screen. That is Culberson on the catch. He eludes a tackler. Is down to about the 39-yard line. The clock will run. That looks to be just enough for the first down. It should be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line here for the Stallions. King now has Jordan as a running back here with 4 wideouts. Back in the shotgun is King. Takes the snap, looks out. He has Combs deep. He has Combs on the pass, however, it is incomplete. That is defended by number 3 for the Demons. That's Greg Haber. Incompletion. It'll be 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from 39 here for the Stallions. He has Jordan as a running back. He puts Combs in motion. Handoff is... No! King keeps it, and he is off. There is a flag on the play. There is a lot of flags on the play. A lot of laundry thrown on the play. King runs for the touchdown on the play. However, it looks like it is going to come back. Nice rush here from Anthony King. However, it does look like it's going to come back as the referee are taking the ball back. A number of holding calls here on the Stallions early here in this first quarter of play. 5:50 here left on the clock. Looks like it'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Stallions on the 34-yard line. Jordan back is running back. King takes the snap, fakes the handoff. King looks to run. He does. He looks to have the first down and is finally pushed out after gaining about a decent 15 yards. Looks like he was pushed out at about the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Caleb Culberson, the sole receiver, out on the right, along with Julian Torres. Keys in motion. Handoff is to Jordan, however. He fights his way forward for about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 now for the Stallions on the 23-yard line. We would just like to thank you for watching this broadcast here on AIA365.com. I'm Agent Palaio, alongside Kyle Barbosa and Carson Cavaletto. We would just like to thank you for coming on to Shadow Ridge High School. Torres is in motion. King receives the snap. Hands it off to Jordan. However, nothing is gained. There's no gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 now for the Stallions. Taken down by a barrage of Demons. Three wideouts to the left. Could look to be a screenplay here. King takes the snap. Option play. Fails to pitch the ball off and is brought down after a loss of about 2. Looks like the field goal unit is going to come out here for the Stallions. Looks to be about a 34-yard field goal attempt. That's Carlos Suarez on for a 34-yard attempt. Nelson holding. The kick is off. And it is good. A good kick from number 12. That is Carlos Suarez. Leaves the score now at 17-7. Suarez will now look to kick it off. That'll be Suarez kicking off to the Demons now. Score now 17-7 late here in this first quarter. 3:42 left on the clock. Suarez on now for the kickoff. Before the stallion kickoff, I would just like to shout out to a couple of stallions. That includes senior Robert Waddell and Danielle Kinder, his girlfriend. They've been together 2 months as of today. Congratulations. Senior Melody Bell. Junior Colton Rogers, check him out on imdb.com. That is Colton Rogers. Senior Brianna Newman, as well as senior Christian Frakes. Thank you, Stallion supporters. It looks as if it'll be number 80 for the Demons. That's Andrew Fitzpatrick back deep to return. Kickoff from Suarez. It is a line drive. It is tapped, however. And it is downed at about the 24-yard line. After finally being recovered by number 2 for the Demons, that's Chris Lopez. A little bit of trouble, however, Demons will take over. On comes the Stallion defense, being led by multiple defensive players, as well as Brian Keys. Big man on the field indeed is Keys. When I asked him about if the same was about the campus, he said, I'm not sure. On campus, he kind of keeps to himself. Don't really know too many people. Villalobos has 2 running backs. Handoff is to Rizzo. A nice tackle there from number 11, Gabe Jordan, after a gain of about 7 yards. Looks to bring up about a 2nd and 5 from the 28-yard line. Quarterback keeper. Handoff is to Rizzo, my mistake. Brought down by a multiple number of Stallions, including number 9, Marcus Williams. Number 20, Ezra Yeaton coming on for the Stallions, replacing number 10, Trevor Musey. Villalobos takes the snap, rolls to his left. Oh. It is incomplete. That is defended by number 24, Chase Combs. It was intended for number 20 on the play. That's Robert Cantu. They'll bring up a 4th and 6 now. Gabe Jordan will be back deep to return. And it'll be number 85, Padrago Beltran, back to punt. .237 here left on the clock, and Shadow Ridge High School score currently 17-7. Punt is off, a quick line drive from Beltran. Jordan receives the punt. He is off. He eludes multiple tackles. He looks to be gone. That is Gabe Jordan. He is gone. My mistake, folks. You can call him a little Devin Hester. That is number 11, Gabe Jordan, on what appears to be a 62-yard punt return touchdown. Score now being 23-7 Stallions. Perhaps he doesn't have to be too humble. It looks to be Suarez on for the PAT.
There we go. Hey, why is that PAT keep looking like a fire drill?
Nelson holding here for the Stallions. It is botched. However, Nelson looks, and hey, that's number 7, Julian Torres, and they gain 2 off of an unexpected botch by the holder, Phoenix Nelson. Score will now be 25-7, a point more than the Stallions perhaps perceived. A couple more shout-outs to some of our students here at Shadow Ridge High School includes senior Ariana Franklin, junior Brendan Oshner, senior Ryan Mattingly, who includes Giggity, senior Jada Branch, senior Trendon Kuhn, senior Kylie Strand, who has recently verbally committed to Fort Hays State University in Kansas to play college softball. Congratulations, Kylie. Senior Chris Abba, senior Caleb Brown, who happens to be number 84 on our Stallions teams. Senior Queese Wilcox, who is number 1 for our Stallions. Junior Michael Soap Kidd, sophomore Logan Ashen. Suarez back for the kickoff. Number 80, Adam Fitzpatrick, back deep to return for the Demons. Amazing kickoff here from Suarez. It is recovered by the Demons. He gets out to about the 30. He gets out to about the 35-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 here for the Demons. That tackle is by number 23, Matt Lyons, his first of the game. Stallions defense comes on, including number 2. That is Angel Saravia. Angel Saravia, starting defensive back here for the Stallions. When asked about how petite he may be, he said, "To me, it's all mental. I go up against 6 feet tall guys every week. I just have to keep in my mind that I can do it, and I will." As you can see there, Saravia matched up.
Come on, bastard! Get him out. What is it? Exactly.
It looks to be an encroachment on the Stallions. That's number 56, David Bassett. That'll bring the offense for the Demons forward a couple 5 yards for a 1st and 5.
At least if he jump in the neutral zone, tell him to get back.
It's 1st and 5 here for Villalobos and the Demons. He has Rizzo by his side. Rolls to his left looking for a pass. That's incomplete. Intended for number 40 of the Demons. That's Desmond Passy, who received the touchdown pass earlier today. It'll be 2nd and 5. That's defended by number 2 for the Stallions. That is Angel Saravia.
Hey. Well, the thing about he should have redirected but still had his head in the backfield. Am I right?
Villalobos has the running back to his side as well as 4 out. Back to pass. That's deflected by number 10, Trevor Musey. However, there is a flag thrown on the field. That was intended for number 10 for the Demons. That's Bryce Twemlow. It'll be a defensive pass interference call on the Stallions. Move the ball forward for an automatic 1st down. That'll bring the ball forward to the Stallion 47-yard line. 4 receivers here for Villalobos. Receives the snap, rolls to his left. That's defended by number 2, Angel Saravia, as well as 10, Trevor Musey. That ball was intended for number 20, Robert Cantu on the play. It'll be 1st and 10, 2nd and 10 here for the Demons on the Stallion 47-yard line. Back in the shotgun. Keys putting on pressure. Handoff is to the tailback. That's number 30, Giovanni Aguilera, our normal wide receiver for the Demons. That'll be a gain of about 7 on the play, bringing up a 3rd and 3 from the Stallion 40. Two wideouts here for Villalobos, as well as 2 running backs. He rolls out to his left. It looks to be a screen pass. However, it is incomplete to number 40. That's Desmond Passy, defended by number 10, Trevor Musey. It'll be a 4th and 3rd now here for the Demons. It looks as if they are going to go for it here. Here in this 4th down play, we'll see what Villalobos and the Demons have up their sleeve. Perhaps a quick running play here. Number 9, Gilbert Villalobos, the quarterback under center here with 2 running backs behind him. It is a quick pitch to the fullback. However, He is not going to get the first down. Tackled by number 40. That is Kyle Doran. And the Stallions will take over on downs, being led by the quarterback number 3, Anthony King. Stallions will take over on downs with a 1st and 10 on their own 40 now. Having already scored 3 offensive touchdowns. If you're joining us late here in the first quarter, 1:13 left on the clock. The score is now 25-7 Shadow Ridge. After an amazing punt return touchdown by number 11, Gabe Jordan, who was in motion. King keeps the ball, looks to lose yards, however, fights his way forward back to line of scrimmage. As previously mentioned, Gabe Jordan with an amazing punt return touchdown as well as a rushing touchdown today, along with a rushing touchdown by number 5, Brian Keys. It'll be a 2nd and 10 here for the Stallions as the clock dwindles down. He'll put Combs in motion. He's back to pass. He has 24 open. That's intended for number 24, Chase Combs. However, it is incomplete on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. It'll be 3rd and 10 here for the Stallions. We'll see if they rush the ball to Jordan or perhaps a quick bubble screen. He has 4 wideouts and Jordan behind him. King takes the snap, rolls out to his right. It is a screen to number 80. That's Caleb Culberson. Culberson looks for room. He's down to the 20, the 10, and it's a touchdown. That's number 80, Caleb Culberson on the throw from Anthony King. Score now being 31-7 Stallions. King noticing no safeties on the defense from the Dysart Demons, taking advantage on it on the quick screen to Culberson, leading to a quick score here for the Stallions before the end of the first quarter. It'll be Suarez on now for the PAT. The kick is good from Suarez, bringing the score to 32-7. Anthony King with an amazing passing touchdown there. When asked about his size comparison compared to other quarterbacks who might be 6'3" or taller, he said, "Although my size gives me a disadvantage, my arm strength isn't as hard as I would like it to be as well, but his size makes up because he's able to slip tackles and make it a lot faster." He is a very good running quarterback. However, as previously shown on the last play, he can pass it for a touchdown.
Oh, wait, no, he stays. 2. You need 1 more. All right, let's go. Let's go,
It'll be 12 Suarez on here for the kickoff. It looks to be number 20, Robert Cantu, to return the kickoff here from Suarez. Score being 32-7 here late in this first quarter of play. If you're just joining us here, I'd like to welcome you to Shadow Ridge High School. I'm Adrian Palayo, and we'll be giving you the play-by-play here as this game winds down. Score being 32-7 Shadow Ridge here in this first quarter. Carlos Suarez with a kickoff, a very nice kickoff. It'll bounce into the end zone for a touchback. A nice kickoff there from Suarez. We'll have the Demons starting out on their own 20 with 18 seconds left on the clock. We can see what Villalobos and the Demons can do with 18 seconds left in the first quarter. An amazing trickery play in the beginning of the game left them with 7 points on the clock. However, have not been able to cope with this hard Stallions defense since then. Villalobos has 2 running backs beside him as well as 2 out. He puts one in motion. He rolls out to his left. He has 40 open.
See? Look, there's your excuse right there. There's your
That's number 40, Desmond Passy on the play, who received that touchdown earlier in the game. Desmond Passy, the leading receiver today. However, before this game, he had only caught 4 balls for about 9 yards. So a big game here for Passy today. That'll be the end of the first quarter here, and after 1 quarter of play, the score is the Shadow Ridge Stallions 32 and the Demons 7. While the club switch sides here, I would just like to name a couple more shout-outs from our Shadow Ridge students, which includes senior Queese Wilcox, who is number 1 in our Stallions today, playing middle linebacker. Teek Druitt, a graduate from the class of 2012. Thank you, Teek. Derek Chavez, another graduate from the class of 2012 here at Shadow Ridge. We have senior Nick Ponte, who does not go here anymore. He goes to Santiago High School in Corona, California, a former Stallion who we all know and love. We have freshman Madison Morgan, sophomore Mitchell Banks, junior Tati Till, and sophomore Logan Ashen. Also, we have sophomore Katie Caballero, junior Jason Doss, sophomore Adrian Keene, sophomore Ashai Reyes, sophomore Kelsey Crutchfield, along with her little sister Haley, who will be a future Stallion, and senior Alyssa Rosenthal. Demons will start out on their 30-yard line here to start out the second quarter. Villalobos is rolling out to the left. He has number 8 wide open. However, it is incomplete. That is number 8, Devin Drake. It'll be a 2nd and 10 now here for the Demons. Ball here on the 30-yard line for the Demons. It'll be a 2nd and 10.
Oh, I know. That was a long first.
Villalobos has a fullback and running back as well as 2 wideouts. Handoff is to the tailback. He'll gain nothing on the play. That's number 40, Desmond Passy. It looks as if number 21, Randy Rizzo, leading rusher on the season, is not played it down yet today for the Demons. Wonder why that is the case. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Demons from their own 31-yard line here. Villalobos has 2 wide out, along with a fullback and tailback. There you can see safety, number 11, Gabe Jordan. He rolls out to his left. He has a pass deep. And that is a nice deflection by number 11, Gabe Jordan on the play. It'll be 4th and 9 now. And the punt team is sure to come out here for the Demons. An amazing defensive presence is Jordan, as well as offensively. When I asked him about his 4 aspects game, he told me that he really likes to work hard in practice at all aspects of the game, which includes his return game, which he has already proved. Earlier today, Jordan returned a punt for an amazing touchdown. It looks to be number 85 for the Demons. That's Padrago Beltran. Back to punt. There is a flag, however, on the field. It'll be encroachment on the Stallions.
Why is number 2 so far off the gun?
It'll bring the ball forward for about 5 yards. It'll still be 4th down.
Get his hands on him. Get his hands on him. Hey! No, there you go.
The punt is a nice punt. That's number 11, Gabe Jordan. He slips a couple tackles. Looks to be a face mask on the play. He goes forward. He still has a lot of room. That's Gabe Jordan. There is a flag on the play, however. It looks as if Jordan is going to go for a touchdown. We'll see if the result stays, however. A punt return touchdown. There is a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is here. It looked as if there might have been a face mask earlier in the play, not called. However, there were 2 more flags thrown on the play. Gabe Jordan brought it back for an amazing touchdown return, but we'll see if that is to default here. Referee still conversating down on the field. That'll be a penalty against the Stallions. It'll bring them back after an amazing return there by Gabe Jordan. If you're just joining us here, there's 10 minutes left on the clock here in the second quarter. Stallions are currently leading 32-7. An amazing return there by Gabriel Jordan is to default as the ball is now being placed on the Stallion 20-yard line. That was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Stallions. We'll see what King and his Stallions can do here early here in the second quarter to get more points up on the board, already with a very sizable lead. However, it is always nice to get a good lead up. Timeout will be taken here by Dysart. 10:42 left on the clock. Referring to Jordan again, he said that he stays consistent in his game by working hard in practice in both the physical and mental aspects of the game. Jordan would like to send out a quick shout out to the Wolf Pack, and that is all of the juniors on the varsity football team. I would just like to take this time to thank another one of Shadow Ridge's sponsors, Barro's Pizza. Barro's Pizza is Arizona's best restaurant for wings, salads, subs, and of course pizza, offering delivery, takeout, and dine-in, located at Reams and Greenway. Thank you, Barro's Pizza. We'd also like to thank Bailey Orthodontics. Brace yourself for a beautiful smile. Bailey Orthodontics provides orthodontic solutions to suit your lifestyle and personal preferences. Thank you, Bailey Orthodontics. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 here for the Stallions, led by quarterback Anthony King. 2 running backs by his side as well as 2 wideouts. Handoff looks to be to number 5, Brian Keys, who rumbles his way forward for about 4 yards. Looks to be about 2nd and 6 now. Brian Keys getting 2 yards on the play, but he's 2nd down and 8. Ball placed on the 22, making it a 2nd and 8 here for the Stallions. Number 8, Phoenix Nelson, checking in for the game at wideout. King drops back, looks for a wideout. He has Culberson on the right. Brought down after perhaps a loss of 1 yard on the play. It'll be 3rd and 10 now after a loss of 2 yards by Culberson. It looks as if King will have 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and Jordan behind him. 3rd and 10 now. King will take the snap. He rolls to his left on a bootleg. Nelson, that is Phoenix Nelson, number 8, on an amazing catch after 2 Dysart defenders tip it. And it'll now be a 1st and 10 from the Stallion 44-yard line. Originally intended for number 7, Julian Torres, it is deflected by 2 Demons and ultimately caught by Nelson. That'll be about a 22-yard passing. Dysart goes up ahead of the offense. It'll be an encroachment on the Demons. Bring them up about another 5 yards for a 1st and 5. Ball is placed on the 49-yard line. King back in the shotgun with Keys behind him. That's Nelson again on the catch. Goes up the field. That will be a 1st down after a gain of about 8. 1st down on the play looks to be placed at about the 42-yard line. The clock will wind down. There is about 9 minutes here left in the first half of play with the score 32-7 Stallions. King takes the snap. It is a handoff to Jordan. Gets tripped up after about 5 yards. That tackle is by number 40, Desmond Passy, who caught the sole touchdown for the Demons today. Looks like Chase Combs will be checking out here for the Stallions. 4 wideouts here for King. That'll be an offsides call on the Demons. Another 5 yards here. That should bring up a 2nd and 1st now here for the Stallions. 2nd and 1, deep in Dysart territory. Fakes the handoff. Rolls to the left. He had Keys deep, just a little bit underthrown from King. It was intended for number 5, Brian Keys. It'll be a 3rd and 1 now for the Stallions. Ball's on the 33-yard line. From about here, it'll be a 48-yard field goal attempt. Not sure if that's within Suarez's range. However, we'll see if we can gain this 1st down. Quarterback sneak by King. Looks to gain the first down here. It looks to be 1st and 10 from about the 30-yard line here after a 3-yard sneak by King. He'll have Jordan behind him as well as 4 wideouts, including number 5, Brian Keys. He puts Torres in motion. The handoff is to Torres. Gets a couple of good blocks, and he is off. And Torres is going to score. Strike up 6 for the Stallions. That is number 7, Julian Torres, on the wide receiver handoff. That'll be a 30-yard rush for a touchdown by Torres, leaving the score at 38-7 Stallions. We'll have Suarez now for the extra point. Nelson holding. Suarez is perfect on the day, as well as a 35-yard field goal. And it's a beautiful PAT here from Suarez. Suarez now to kick off here for the Stallions. This is a quick shout out here to Shadow Ridge Cheerleading. There you can see them performing their routine. That includes the Palm and Spirit squad here. Good job, girls. On comes number 25 for the Stallions. That's Jake Marstein to get in on the special teams play. Suarez is perfect on the day. Just a quick mention, Suarez is a 2-sport athlete here at Shadow Ridge High School. He plays varsity football as the place kicker, as well as a star soccer player for our varsity squad. Suarez has been playing club soccer as long as I can remember. Suarez is also an AP student here at Shadow Ridge High School. Suarez is ready for the kickoff. Number 40, that is Pasali, back deep to return for the Demons. It is a line drive from Suarez.
Come on, Trevor.
That's recovered by the Demons. Slips a couple of tackles and is brought down at about the 25-yard line.
The tackle, that was all in his plan, right?
There looks to be a Demon down on the field.
They got one down.
Perhaps the wind knocked out of him.
Tell him bring it to the numbers.
That's number 39, Ismail Aguilar, down. Perhaps got the wind knocked out of him pretty good on that play. Let's just hope he's okay. I'd just like to take this time to thank another one of our sponsors here at Shadow Ridge, which includes Gatorade. Gatorade is a proud sponsor of Shadow Ridge football. In the heat of battle, your body burns through more than water. Replenish, refuel, and restore to keep outworking your competition from the first move to the final second. Gatorade has been hydrating athletes since 1965. Thank you, Gatorade. If you're just joining us here, about 8 minutes left here in the second quarter of play. The Stallions are leading 39-7. A couple of rushing touchdowns from the Stallions, as well as some punt returns, some little rushes, and a little rush from number 7, Julian Torres, has recently brought the score up. 39-7, 32-point lead here for the Stallions here in the second quarter. An early trick pass from the Dysart Demons gave them the points on the board as tied up early. However, they had not been able to cope with this amazing offense the Stallions has been putting up, both on the pass and rushing side of the game. Looks like the Demons are going to be taking over on their own 26-yard line. Let's see what sophomore quarterback Gilbert Villalobos can bring to the table here. Their leading offensive star for the day has been number 40, Desmond Passy, who has received a couple of passes as well as the touchdown earlier mentioned. He has one running back and 4 wideouts. He drops back to pass, looks to his left. Oh, that is nearly intercepted by number 9. That's Marcus Williams on the defense. That was intended for number 40. And that is Passy for the Demons. It'll be 2nd and 10 now. It looks as if number 23, Matt Lyons, is checked in to play some safety for the Stallions. Matthew also being an AP student here at Shadow Ridge High School, as well as an aspiring engineer. Gilbert has a running back by his side. It is a handoff to the tailback. He'll be brought down after a gain of perhaps a couple of inches. That's number 45 on the rush. That's Ba'asauga Tanoi Samoa for the Demons. That's his 3rd rush of the game. Gonna bring up a 3rd and about 12 from their own 24 for the Demons. Not been able to put up much offense ever since the trick play early on in the first quarter. Villalobos drops back, looks to pass. That ball is caught by number 20, brought down by number 9. That is Marcus Williams. That pass good to number 20, Robert Cantu. However, it will not be good enough for the first down after a gain of about 4 yards. Punt team on for Dysart here. It looks to be number 11, Gabe Jordan, back to return. Let's see if he can work his magic again and take one back for 6. If I were the punter here for Dysart, I would not take a chance and just punt it out to the side. Good field position is better than a quick touchdown here for the Stallions, as Gabe Jordan is good as gold. '85 Pajago Beltran back to punt. That ball is blocked. It is recovered by number 40 for the Stallions, and he will get down to about the 5-yard line.
Four. It'll be down. No, it'll be. Yeah.
That punt is blocked by the Stallion defense and then recovered by number 40. That's Kyle Doran. Looks to be taken back for a touchdown. However, he stopped at about the 3. There is a flag on the play, however.
Exactly. Hey,
Dysart Demons look to be
I seen him
conversating with the referees here. We'll see what the call is going to be in just a second.
No, what I'm saying is no, I'm saying first time touching the ball.
We would just like to thank you once again for joining us here at Shadow Ridge High School. Score is currently 39-7 Shadow Ridge here in the second half. My mistake, the second quarter. It is going to be 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Very deep in Demon territory as they take over. It looks like Dysart is going to take their second timeout of the half. Just a quick announcement. Barrow's Pizza, Shadow Ridge High School Football Spirit Night will be taking place on Tuesday, October the 16th. Fans, Barrow's Pizza is hosting a Stallion Football Spirit Day on Tuesday, October 16th from open to close. Make plans to dine at Barrow's anytime on Tuesday, and Barrow's will donate 20% of your ticket back to the football program. You must present the Spirit Night flyer at checkout to participate. Please pick up one at the merchandise table tonight. Barrow's Pizza is located on Reams and Greenway. Thank you, Barrow's Pizza, for contributing to Shadow Ridge football. Shadow Ridge will take over on the Dysart 11-yard line here late in the second quarter. 6 minutes left on the clock. 3 running backs here for King. That includes Keys, Jordan,
604, coach.
and Wilcox. Handoff is to Keys. He's rumbling his way forward, and that is a touchdown. That is an 11-yard rush from Brian Keys for his second rushing touchdown of the day. Brian Keys rumbling forward for 11 yards for a score for the Stallions, leaving the score now at 45-7. It'll be Suarez on for the PAT. He is perfect up to date.
11.
Number 8, Phoenix Nelson holding.
Take a picture of number of 1, 2.
That's Carlos Suarez, and the PAT is good.
Graceful.
Suarez continues his perfection on the day, and the score is now Shadow Ridge 46 and the Dysart Demons 7. 5:59 here left on the clock. Here at halftime, I will be naming off the rosters for both squads, including Dysart and Shadow Ridge. I'd like to take this time to promote some other athletics here at Shadow Ridge High School. Our varsity volleyball team is doing quite well this season after losing some main key starters from last year's team, including some seniors who are now at Grand Canyon University. Cross-country team will be completing in regionals in about a week or so. Carlos Suarez is back for the kickoff for the Stallions. And it looks as if number 20 for the Demons will be returning, Robert Cantu. Suarez on for the kickoff. It is a low blow here for Suarez. It is recovered. However, he trips up and makes a knee down at the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 here for the Demons at about the 14-yard line here. Little mental mistake there from a Demon. On comes the Stallion defense led by number 5, Brian Keys, a college prospect nonetheless, speaking to a couple of Pac-12 colleges.
Nah, he too cool to play state. Oh, okay. No, that's exactly what he'll do is stand.
Villalobos under center here with 2 running backs.
Oh!
Handoff to a tailback,
Kyle.
and that is an amazing tackle by number 40, Kyle Doran. That'll be a loss of about 5 yards on the play. An amazing tackle for loss by number 40, Kyle Doran. That'll bring up a second and about 14 here for the Demons. Rushing leader here for the Demons, Randy Rizzo, does not appear to be here today, as former tight end looks to be taking the snaps. Villalobos takes the snap. He rolls to the left looking for a pass, and it goes nowhere, defended by number 5, Brian Keys. It'll be a 3rd and long here for the Demons. Some pressure put on Villalobos by the Stallions D-line, which includes Kyle Doran. The Stallion defense being too much for the Demons early on here in the first half. Only holding them to 1 score, and that was the first offensive play that Dysart had, a little trick play that involves a fullback throwing to a running back. 2 running backs to Villalobos' side as well as 2 wideouts. Looks to the left to pass. Almost sacked in the backfield. Oh! That is almost intercepted by Carson Folk, number 4 on the play. Slips out of his hands, and it'll be a 4th and long here for the Demons.
It'd have been a perfect spot, right?
It looks to be number 85 for the Demons. That's Pajago Beltran back deep to punt. And it looks as if number 7 Julian Torres is back deep to return, replacing number 11 Gabe Jordan. Perhaps giving Jordan a little bit of rest here. However, there is a offsides call on the play, sending the Demons 5 yards forward. That'll be a 4th and 8 now. Punt team still out. Bajago Beltran deep to punt. Receives the snap off to the side. A decent punt. He's going to bounce out at about the 40-yard line. There's a flag thrown on the play, perhaps some extracurricular activity on the field. There's another flag thrown on the play. We'll see what the call is in just a second. If you're joining us here at Shadow Ridge High School, we'd just like to thank you again for joining us here. 46-7 the current score, as Shadow Ridge's offense have been just too much for Dysart's defense early on here in the first half. A lot of rushing touchdowns as well as some special teams performances here from the Stallions have led to a very sizable 46-7 lead here in the first half. Stallions look to start their next offensive stint here on the Dysart 40-yard line as soon as the referees are done conversating. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a personal foul call on the Stallions, bringing them back to the 50-yard line. Still decent field position nonetheless. It'll be a 1st and 10 here for the Stallions. King in the shotgun. He has Jordan behind him, as well as 3 wideouts. Takes the snap. The handoff is to Queese Wilcox, a matter of fact. That's number 1, Queese Wilcox, rushing forward for about 4 yards. It'll be second down and about 6. It'll be second down and about 6 here from the Dysart 47. King has 2 running backs behind him. Option play. Anthony King rushes forward. It looks to be good for the first down. Doesn't pitch it on the play, takes it forward for the first down. That'll be about an 8-yard gain for King. Only his 3rd rushing attempt of the day. The Stallions offense has been very variable. Multiple Stallions getting the ball. King has 2 running backs. Handoff is to Wilcox. Perhaps looking to run out the clock here to end the half. Gain of about 5 yards for Wilcox. Looks to be 2nd and 5 now. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6 now from the 33-yard line. King takes the handoff. The handoff is to number 1, Queese Wilcox. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage, however. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 7 here for the Stallions after a loss of inches. A couple of Stallions checking out here, including number 74. That's Justin Pontarelli. King will have Combs and Wilcox as running backs here on the play, as well as 3 wideouts, which includes number 82, Isaac Glover, checking in for the first time today. Flag on the play. There'll be a delay of game here on the Stallions, bringing back 5 yards now. It'll be a 3rd and 11 now from about the 39-yard line. 2 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the first half of play. Shadow Ridge with a very sizable lead as King takes the snap. Pitches it back, intended for Wilcox. However, it is fumbled on the play, and Dysart will recover. It'll be a 1st and 10 here for Demons on their own 45-yard line. We'll see if the Dysart offense can get anything going late here in the first half, as Shadow Ridge has shut them down ever since the trick play early on in the first quarter. Villalobos looks to have a running back and 3 wideouts. He puts a wide receiver in motion. He looks to his left to pass. That is incomplete. That was intended for number 10, Bryce Twemlow for the Demons. Incomplete pass by Villalobos. It'll be 2nd and 10 now. You know, Villalobos hasn't been able to get very many passes off today, as they've been utilizing their rushing attack. However, their rush has not been very useful against this Stallions defense, who has been very strong in getting rid of the Dysart offense. It's 2nd and 10 now from the 45. 1 running back by his sides, 3 wideouts for Villalobos. Same motion out here. Perhaps the same exact play. He looks to his left to pass. It is caught. It is caught by a Demon, and it is taken forward for a touchdown. It That looks to be number that looks to be number 86 for the Demons. That's Albie Frazier on a nice catch for a touchdown. That's about a 57-yard reception. .232 left here in the first half of play. Dysart kicker on for the PAT. Number 9, the quarterback, on for the holding. It is blocked. However, it looks as if it is no good. After that missed PAT, the score is now 46-13 in favor of the Stallions. Join us here next week when the Stallions take on crosstown rival Willow Canyon in a heated varsity battle. Perhaps some bragging rights on the line there, as they'll take on Willow Canyon for a game that should secure them a playoff berth if they win that matchup. For sure, winning this matchup today will increase their record to 5-3. However, big points should be gained if they were to defeat the Wildcats next week.
Got 10, Coach. Got 10.
Their final game of the season will be against the Peoria Panthers, and that will be away. Last home game of the season being next week against Willow Canyon, so come on and support your Stallions. Number 85, Padrago Beltran, is on for the kickoff. Number 9, Marcus Williams, and number 11, Gabe Jordan, back deep to return. .232 left here in the first half. Score 46-13 for the Stallions. Kickoff not very deep. Looks to be returned by number 7. That is Julian Torres.
Block.
Some blocks recorded from the Stallions. Julian is off down to the 50, down to the 40, down to the 30. He is not going to be stopped. He's going to return it all the way for a touchdown. That is Julian Torres, the senior, on that recovery. Score looks to be 52-13 Stallions.
Right now, Coach.
That's number 7, Julian Torres, on the kickoff return for a touchdown.
11.
Looks to be about a 65-yard return. We have number 12, Carlos Suarez, on for the PAT. He's been as good as gold today. Perfect on all his PATs and field goal attempts today is Suarez. Number 8, Nelson, the holder.
Get a picture of that kid.
Point after is good by Suarez. He continues his hot streak. 7 for 7 on the day on PATs. Score is now 53-13 Stallions with only 2 minutes left on the clock. We'll see if Dysart can try to get anything going here. After an amazing passing touchdown on the last drive.
Need one more, Coach. Need one more.
There you can see number 6. That's Sean Carpenter checking in for the Stallions. Just a quick mention, Sean Carpenter was recently voted as our homecoming king. Quick shout out to you there, Sean.
I was going to come down with a little less in a minute.
Carlos Suarez on for the kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
It looks as if number 20, Robert Cantu, is back deep to return for the Demons. Suarez with a very nice kickoff indeed. Caught by Cantu, brought back to the 20. He cuts to the left and is going to be brought down at about the 22 by a barrage of Stallions. Which includes number 84, Caleb Brown, senior here at Shadow Ridge. On now comes the Stallion defense, including number 42, Sam Verstraeten, who is among a tackle leader here on the Stallion defense. When I asked him how he can stay among the leaders of tackles every single game. He said that it starts with the down linemen. When they do their job, it's a lot easier for me to do mine. He would like to thank Coach Frazier for teaching him the proper way to teach his position, which he is glad to play every single week. Villalobos has a running back by his side as well as 4 wideouts here. Perhaps a quick pass. After that quick passing touchdown, looks to be a screen to the running back. It is caught, however, brought down rather quickly by a ferocious tackle by number 5. That's Brian Keys. That'll be about a 7-yard gain here for the Demons. Looks to be a 2nd and 3rd. 2nd and 3.
That linebacker got to get it, coach. That linebacker got to shoot that.
The clock winds down to about a minute 45 here in the first half of play, as Shadow Ridge has a commanding lead by 40 here in the first half. Villalobos has a running back by his side as well as 4 wideouts. He looks to his left. He has a pass wide up that is not caught, intended for number 36 for the Demons. My mistake, that's number 86 for the Demons. That's Albie Frazier, who recently caught that touchdown reception about a couple minutes ago. On the coverage is number 9, that's Marcus Williams, and number 11, Gabe Jordan. Looks to be a 3rd and about 5 here for the Demons. Villalobos has 4 wideouts. Quick pressure, and it looks to be perhaps it is intercepted there. There's an interception on the play. That's number 24. That's Chase Combs. Speaking of Chase Combs on interceptions, that's his 3rd interception of the season, it looks to be. He described to me before the game that words cannot describe how it feels to take the ball away. He likes to set up his offense for a great opportunity to score. Well, congratulations, Chase. It looks like he just did there. A very sizable lead here to close out the first half, 53-13. Up by 40 here. We'll look to see what the Stallions do here. Handoff to Wilcox here. He has a couple of blocks. He'll get up there for a first down, brought down at about the 26-yard line. The clock will continue to run down at about 1 minute here. King has Wilcox behind him as well as 4 out. Fake to Wilcox. It looks as if the ball is fumbled. We don't know who's going to recover it. It looks as if a Stallion might have recovered it. Ball is recovered by the Stallions. However, there's going to be a lot of loss on that play. Looks to be a loss of about 7 on the play. We'll call that a 2nd and 15. King still has Wilcox behind him. Perhaps a play change here from King. He quickly audibles here to the offensive line. Shotgun. Handoff is to Wilcox. Looks to gain about 1 yard. However, there is a flag on the play. A false start here on the Stallions. Bringing back another 5 yards here. That penalty is going to be declined by the Demons. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 15 here as the clock winds down. Perhaps time for one more play here. He has Wilcox behind him as well as 4 wide out. He puts Jordan in motion. The handoff is to Jordan. He finds a hole or two. He's going to be brought down at about the 15-yard line, and that is going to close out the first half of play here. Yeah. That is going to finish up the first half of play here after 2 quarters. The score is now 53-13 in favor of the Stallions. I'm Agent Pelayo, standing by Kyle Barbosa and Carson Cavallotto. We would like to thank you for watching this first half of play here. We'll join you in about 15 minutes for some... Don't stop it, don't stop it. We'll join you in about 15 minutes here for some second half coverage here of the game. Just a reminder, the score being 53-13 Stallions.
Do we not stop? Am I able to run down there and get some drink?
Yeah.
Do you also try? Yeah. That way we don't all know. First, you want a drink?
I have my soda by me. I want
Now for your Shadow Ridge.
This is a quick shout out to our Shadow Ridge Palm team, who looks to be performing their routine just about now. Thank you, girls from the Palm team. That was amazing. And now it looks as if our Stallion cheerleaders are going to come out to do their own routine. Welcome out to Stallion cheerleaders.
Major Alex Rowe.
We would like to thank the Shadow Ridge Marching Band for coming out to the field, led by Senior Alex Rowe, the drum major. Take it away, Marching Band. Just a quick reminder here, it is halftime here at Shadow Ridge High School. Current score at the half is Shadow Ridge 53 and the Dysart Demons 13. You are currently watching Shadow Ridge football on AIA365.com. Thank you, marching band. 2 great songs. Now let's hear one more. After this last song by the marching band, I will be giving you the scoring history for this first half of play. Score at half being 53-13 in favor of Shadow Ridge. Thank you for joining us here at halftime in Shadow Ridge High School. I'd just like to redo these shout-outs. That's Junior Douglas Berger, Senior Crystal Hall, Senior Cassie Soriano, Junior Georgia May, Sophomore Madison Bowman, Senior Nicole Hicks, Senior Melody Bell, Senior Christian Frakes, Junior Brendan Oshner, Senior Jada Branch, Senior Kylie Strand, who is verbally committed to Fort Hays State University to play some softball, Senior Chris Abah, Senior Caleb Brown, number 84 for the Stallions, Senior Vaughn Queese Wilcox, number 1 on our team, Junior Michael Soap Kidd, Sophomore Logan Ashen, Teek Druitt, graduate of the class of 2012, Derek Chavez, also a graduate from 2012, Senior Aaron Burkhart, Junior Shelby Coleman, Junior Angel Saravia, number 2 on our Stallions, Senior Caleb Bowers, Senior Sierra Dennis, Junior Colton Rogers, check him out at imdb.com, Senior Brianna Newman, Senior Ariana Franklin, Senior Ryan Mattingly, who adds giggity, Senior Trenton Kuhn, former Stallion Nick Ponte, Freshman Madison Morgan, Sophomore Mitchell Banks, Junior Tati Till, Sophomore Katie Caballero, Junior Jason Doss, Sophomore Adrian Keene, Sophomore Ashai Reyes, Sophomore Kelsey Crutchfield, along with her little sister Haley. She's going to be a future Stallion. And Senior Alyssa Rosenthal, who happens to be our homecoming queen this year. That is along with her boyfriend, number 6, and that's Sean Carpenter. I'd also like to send out a shout-out to all my family members, including my brother, Victor Palayo. Thank you for all those who liked my status on Facebook, and continue to enjoy the second half of play. I'd like to send a congratulations out to freshman Jordan Mold with his touchdown reception on Wednesday, led the Stallions on to a win over Dysart. Congratulations to Jordan. I'm now going to present to you the scoring history for the first half of play. Scoring started out with a 58-yard touchdown run by Gabe Jordan, followed by that trick play by the Dysart offense. That was a 70-yard touchdown pass by number 45. And that's by Asuga to Noisamoa. Afterward, there was a 1-yard touchdown run by number 5, Brian Keys. Afterwards, an amazing 34-yard field goal by Suarez. Then there was a 61-yard punt return touchdown by Gabe Jordan. Afterwards, there was a 2-point conversion in which Phoenix Nelson passed the ball to Julian Torres. Then there was a 59-yard touchdown pass from Anthony King to Caleb Culberson. That's number 80. In the second quarter of play, there was a 30-yard touchdown run by Julian Torres on a quick motion out. Afterwards, there was a 13-yard run by number 5. That's Brian Keys again. Then there was a 55-yard touchdown pass from Gilbert Villalobos to Albie Frazier to give the Dysart a couple more points up on the board. Then there was a 75-yard punt return touchdown from Julian Torres, and that brought the score to 53-13. That is what the score is now. We are excited to bring you the second half of play, in which the Stallions are currently leading after a barrage of offense has been too much for the Dysart defense to handle. A lot of 60 to 70-yard touchdowns means that the Dysart defense, including their defensive backs, need to work a lot harder in order to get the tackles down. While the Stallion defense has been too much for the Dysart running game, although there have been a lot of really big gains for the Dysart Demons here in this first half. Perhaps the absence of leading rusher Randy Rizzo is a contributing factor to Dysart's inability to gain some yards on the ground. Their rusher today has been number 40, Desmond Passy. Passy has been their leading receiver today, receiving the first touchdown of the game. We're glad to bring you the second half of play in just a bit. Score at half is 53-13, Shadow Ridge. On now come the Dysart Demons, led by their quarterback Gilbert Villalobos. Only a sophomore, only his second year of high school here is Villalobos, putting on a decent showing here today after a 55-yard touchdown pass from him to Albie Frazier. That was definitely a really nice pass. Also some running threats here from number 40, that's Desmond Passy. Leading tackler at the half looks to be number 20. That is Robert Cantu, a rushing threat as well. Number 10, Bryce Twemlow, has seen the ball a couple times, however, has not been able to catch it. Ball thrown to him a total of 6 times, however, has not been able to make a reception on the day. I'd like to take this time of the half to thank my co-commentators standing by. That's seniors Kyle Barbosa and Carson Cavaletto. Kyle is your graphics designer engineer on the side, and Carson is running the camera. So you can thank them as well as me when you see us on Monday. And now onward come the Stallions for the second half of play. They'll look to continue their dominance over the Dysart Demons. As you would think that there is a final score up on the board, it is only halftime. There you can see Sam Berstratton, number 42, warming up with the team. Sam used to be a former offensive player last year in the varsity campaign. He commented with, "Yeah, and I still do sometimes. There are a lot more players on the squad than last year, which means that we can keep a lot more players fresh. Although I like being on the offensive side of the ball, I decided to stay more on the defensive side this year, just so I can stay fresh and give my team a well-given boost." Before the games, he said that we all stayed quiet until the last 20 minutes when Brian Keys usually jumps up and says something to pump us all up. He has his own playlist called Beast Mode, which he listens to before the games. Sam would like to send a quick shout out to his father, who's always been there for him, and to the Hit Squad. Thank you, Sam. Number 24, Chase Combs, would like to send a shout out to Tanner Labato, his best friend, who does not play football. It looks as if number 12, Carlos Suarez, will be kicking off to the Demons to start out this second half of play. That's number 20, Robert Cantu, back deep to return for the Demons as we get the second half started. Suarez is perfect on the game. He's 7 for 7 on PATs as well as a 35-yard field goal. Suarez is on for the kickoff, and the second half is underway. It looks to be 20, Robert Cantu. However, the ball will back into the end zone for a touchback. Dysart will take over on their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 here to start out this third quarter. Quarterback number 9, Gilbert Villalobos, will be looking to get Dysart up on the board really quickly here in this third quarter as they are down deep at half. The score being 53-13 in favor of the Stallions. Handoff is to the fullback. Looks to gain about 3 or so. That's number 45, Asauga to Noisamoa, who threw for a passing touchdown earlier on in this game. That'll be a 2nd and 7 now. You can see number 11, Gabe Jordan, checking out there for the Stallions, who's contributed much to this offense today, including a rushing touchdown and a kicking return touchdown to boot. Villalobos takes the snap. Handoff is to the tailback. Tailback perhaps loses about 2 yards on the play. That's number 20, Robert Cantu. On the tackle is number 1, Queese Wilcox. It'll be 3rd and 10 here for the Demons from their own 20-yard line. Villalobos will go into shotgun, 2 running backs besides him with 3 wideouts. Stallions playing with only 1 safety deep. That is Matthew Lyons. He rolls to the left to pass, and that is incomplete. That is intended for number 20. That's Cantu. That's defended by number 24, Chase Combs, who had an impressive interception earlier on in the second quarter. It'll be 4th and 10 here for the Demons. It looks as if Padrago Beltran will probably be here to punt it again. On to return for the Stallions is number 7, Julian Torres, who has both a rushing and return touchdown on the day, both for very big yards. Snap is up to Beltran. Takes his time with the punt. It's a line drive punt onwards towards Torres. That ball is going to be downed by Dysart. It's going to be downed at about the 46-yard line for the Stallions. Ball down at the 46. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Quarterback Anthony King looks to come out and maintain this rushing attack that has been gnarling at the Demons all day. Rushing threat that not only includes himself, but also senior Brian Keys as well as junior Gabe Jordan. Keys rushing for 2 touchdowns, and Jordan compiling up some big yards as well. King will take the snap. It looks as if number 40, Kyle Dorn, is in to play some tailback. However, he's going to lose about 4 yards on that rush. It'll bring up about a 2nd and 14 for the Stallions. Earlier on in this game, Anthony King has thrown for an amazing touchdown pass. And that was to number 80, Caleb Culberson, on an amazing screenplay that, to suffice, did not look to gain much yardage from the beginning, but Culberson was able to make work of it and gain some more yards for the TD. King back in the shotgun. Handoff is to Dorn again. He rumbles forward to about the 40-yard line on forward progress. Looks to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring a 3rd and 15 now for the Stallions. Perhaps look to wind down this clock as they assume victory perhaps in this 3rd quarter of play. Lots of players utilized here in this offensive attack by Coach Tipton here in this 3rd quarter of play, giving Doran 2 rushes early on in this 3rd quarter through this big 40-point lead. It'll be 3rd and long for the Stallions. King has Doran behind him. He will have 4 wideouts, perhaps a passing play in the making here. He has Vickers. That is number 81, Xavier Neeson, on the motion. My mistake. He'll gain about 6 yards. However, it is not going to be enough for the first down. That's number 81, Xavier Neeson, on about an 8-yard rush. That'll bring up a 4th and 7. It'll be number 3, Anthony King, back to punt. And number 20, Robert Cantu for the Demons. That is a high snap. That is a nice punt there by King. That is a nice job to down the ball by number 23, Matthew Lyons, before it can get back downfield anymore. So now the Demons are going to start out at their own 10-yard line. We'll see if Villalobos can get anything going for these Demons, who have not been able to put up much of an attack against the Stallions defense. That is, of course, except for a nice 55-yard touchdown pass from Villalobos to Albie Frazier late in the 2nd quarter. Stallion defense being too much for Villalobos, putting so much pressure on the quarterback. However, they have not been able to sack the quarterback once in this game because Villalobos has been able to get rid of the ball quickly, whether on the rush or on the pass. He has 2 wideouts and 2 running backs beside him, does Villalobos. He takes the snap, looks to the left, a quick pass. That is out of the hands of number 86. That is Frazier, who caught the touchdown earlier. Number 9, Marcus Williams, on the coverage, just out of the reach of Frazier. That'll be a 2nd and 10. Couple of Demons checking in now. That'll be a 2nd and 10 from the Dysart's 10-yard line. Villalobos has 3 wideouts and 2 running backs beside him. Stallions playing with a sole safety again in Gabe Jordan. He looks to the left for a wide receiver. He has one wide open. However, nearly intercepted by number 11, Gabe Jordan. Some would call that a massive hit. However, he was going for the pick. Almost intercepted there by Jordan. Dysart player down for a second. However, an amazing attempt by Jordan to get the pick. He looks a little shaken up after the play, but it looks like he's going to be all right. It'll be now 3rd and 10 from the 10 for Dysart. An amazing defensive stop there from Jordan. It'll be 3rd and long now. Villalobos has 2 running backs besides him as well as 3 out. In the shotgun, tapes the snap. He is rolling to the left. A little screen play. That is just short of number 20. That is Robert Cantu. We'll say that number 52, Antonio Sands, was on the coverage. It'll bring up a 4th and long now for Dysart. Punt team looks to come out with number 8, Phoenix Nelson, now back deep to return. Nelson with an amazing reception early on in the 2nd quarter where 2 Dysart defenders tipped it, and then he ultimately ended up with the ball for about a 30-yard reception. Good job by Phoenix. Number 85 back to punt. It is botched by Beltran. He looks to punt it off anyways. It is a line drive. And it's going to be down by the Demons at about the 36-yard line. Number 3, Anthony King, the quarterback, now looking to perhaps bolster this massive lead after a quick 3 and out on the last drive. Anthony King leading the Stallions in passing with over 300 yards by the air with 5 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. It looks like he'll have Doran back there as his tailback. He does have 4 out, though. That includes number 25, who is in motion. The handoff is to number 25. That's Jake Marstein. He'll rush forward for about a good 9-yard gain. This big lead gives Coach Tipton a good opportunity to give some of the players who wouldn't normally get some playing time to get out there and show what they can do. That's a rush by number 25, Jake Marstein, for a 9-yard gain. That'll bring up a 2nd and 1. Anthony back in the shotgun. Handoff is to Doran. However, he is stopped very quickly. That'll be about a 2-yard loss there for Kyle Doran, not been able to rack anything up on the ground for the Stallions. It'll be a 3rd and about 5. Ball being placed on the 30-yard line for the Stallions. That is a loss of 3 by number 40, Kyle Doran. Some excellent rushing by the Stallions here in this game. 4 rushing touchdowns today, including 2 from number 5, Brian Keys. Takes the snap. Handoff is to number 81. That's Xavier Neeson. He looks to gain some extra yards. It appears as if he is going to be just short of the first down. Is Neeson. That'll be a 4th and about inches now. It appears as if the Stallions are going to go for it. The Stallions are going to take a quick timeout here. There is 5:44 here left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. Score is now 53-13 as it was at half. Shadow Ridge would just like to announce at the booster table that there are currently t-shirts and hats for sale. Both women and men's shirts now available at the stand. Arizona Cardinals versus Rams discounted tickets are available. Shadow Ridge is excited to announce that the Arizona Cardinals have given them a special group rate to the upcoming Rams football game. Please stop by the merchandise table for more information. There you can see the cheerleaders throwing some little plastic footballs. You know how excited people can get over free stuff. It'll be a 4th and 1 here for the Stallions on the 26-yard line of Dysart. It looks as if number 12, Carlos Suarez, is going to be on for a 41-yard field goal attempt. We'll see what Suarez can do. He is perfect on the day. The kick is up from Suarez, and it is going to be just short. Wide to the right from Suarez. Dysart will take over on their own 26-yard line with the score still 53-13. Each day, 160,000 students do not go to school because they're bullied, teased, and harassed. By turning the story of a tragic death at Columbine High School into a mission for change, Rachel's Challenge is helping create safer learning environments and making a worldwide impact. Purchase a Sand Chevrolet raffle ticket and help the Booster Club bring this incredible program to Shadow Ridge. Tickets are available for $2 each. Thank you, Rachel's Challenge. Villalobos has one running back by him, including 4 wideouts. Rush. That ball is caught and then dropped after coverage by number 2, Angel Saravia. Some good coverage on that play. That'll be a 2nd and 10 now for the Demons. This is a quick shout out to varsity baseball star Austin Maselli. He is a senior here at Shadow Ridge. Villalobos has a running back by his side and 4 wideouts here. Shadow Ridge not playing with a safety back. Looks to the left to pass. It is complete to number 20. That is Robert Cantu. That looks to be about a 6-yard gain for the Demons. .5:10 left on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 6 here for the Dysart Demons. 4-yard pass from Villalobos, good to his running back, Robert Cantu. Cantu now acting as a wideout here on a 3rd and 6. Villalobos will take the snap. He looks to his right. He has pressure. Some extracurricular activity on the play. And number 20, Robert Cantu, is now limping off the field after an incomplete pass to him. Ends up in an incompletion. That is number 20, Robert Cantu, down with an injury. Looks to be a personal foul call on the Stallions. We'll see what the penalty call is now. That is going to be a personal foul on the Stallions. Little loss of head there after the incompletion. That should bring up an automatic 1st down for the Demons. However, their offensive leader is down on the field. That is number 20, Robert Cantu. I'd like to take this time to name off the roster for the Shadow Ridge Stallions. That includes number 1, Queese Wilcox. Number 2, Angel Saravia. Number 3, quarterback Anthony King. Number 4, Carson Folk. Number 5, Brian Keys. Number 6, Sean Carpenter. Number 7, Julian Torres. Number 8, Phoenix Nelson. Number 9, Marcus Williams. Number 10, Trevor Musey. Number 11, Gabe Jordan. Number 12, place kicker Carlos Suarez. Number 13, Rico Tipton. Number 15, Ryan Wingy. Number 20, Ezra Yeaton. Number 21, Elijah Vickers. Number 22, Chris Salisbury, absent with an injury. Number 23, Matthew Lyons. Number 24, Chase Combs. Number 25, Jake Marstein. Number 32, Bryce Hermanowski. Number 36, Sebastian Sawislow. And I will finish off that squad reading after the coming play. Get rid of the flag. That looks to be an encroachment on the Stallions. That'll bring the Demons up another 5 yards. Replay a 1st down. Number 40, Kyle Doran. Number 42, Sam Verstraten. Number 43, Shaquan Moore. Number 50, Jaquil Harker. Number 51, Chris Napoli. Number 52, Antonio Sands. Number 53, Vincent Q. Villalobos has one running back and 4 wideouts here. Back in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He has Marcus Williams nearly intercepting the ball on the play. The last minute, the ball coming into Williams' sights. However, ball went straight into his hands. It'll now be 2nd and 5 now. Number 54, Eric Garner. Number 55, that's Nick McCombs. Number 56, David Bassett. Number 61, Jordan Reed. Number 62, Michael Carrero. Number 64, Mackenzie Shields. Number 66, Jeremiah Alvarado. Number 71, Tavita Matu. Number 72, Zach Sletton. Villalobos yet again with 4 wideouts. Back in the shotgun, he'll take the snap. Handoff is to number 39. And he is taken down immediately. That is number 50 for the Stallions, Jaquil Harker. That'll be about a loss of about 5 on the play. Bring them back to a 3rd and 10, now at their own 40-yard line. Number 74 for the Stallions, Justin Ponarelli. Number 80 for the Stallions, Caleb Culberson with a reception touchdown today. Number 81, Xavier Neeson. Number 82, Isaac Glover. Number 83, Hunter Fritz. Number 84, Caleb Brown. And number 85, Ryan Portillo. Villalobos with 4 wideouts yet again. Puts number 43 in motion. He's back to pass. Some pressure from the Stallions. He has 86 wide open. That's Albie Frazier. However, it is just overthrown right over his hands. That'll be a 4th and 10 now. We'll say that number 9, Marcus Williams, was on the coverage. Number 85 for the Demons, Pedrago Beltran, back for the punt. And it looks as if number 8, Phoenix Nelson, will be back to return. There's about 3 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter of play, with the score remaining 53-13 at the half. It's going to be an illegal substitution penalty on the Demons. That'll bring them back another 5 yards or so. It'll still be 4th and 15, it looks like. Once again, that's number 85, Sergio Pedrago Beltran, for the punt. And we have Nelson back for the return. .85 with the punt. It is a decent punt. Looks to bounce back. And it's going to bounce back, and it's going to be out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. We'll now see what the Stallion offense can do after maintaining a sizable lead, a lead of a 40-yard lead here in this 3rd quarter of play. There is 3:11 left in the 3rd quarter. And there is number 3, Anthony King, on to play some more quarterback for the Stallions. King had an amazing 55-yard touchdown throw earlier on. That was to Gabe Jordan. My mistake. That was to Caleb Culberson. Ball on the Shadow Ridge 39-yard line. Handoff is to number 40, Kyle Doran. He rushes forward for perhaps 1 yard. Anthony rushes back to the coach to get his instructions from the coaches. Number 55, Nick McCombs, coming off for the Stallions in favor of number 72, Zach Sletton. It'll be a 2nd and 9 here for the Stallions on their own 40-yard line. King back in the shotgun with Doran behind him. Handoff is to Doran. He'll rush forward for about 5 on the play. That looks to be about a 3rd and 4 now. Ball's going to be placed on the 45-yard line here for the Stallions. Cheerleaders continue to throw around the rubber balls. We'd like to send a quick shout out to our cheerleaders. Good job, girls. We know you're working hard. Doran behind King. He puts Neeson in motion. Handoff is to Neeson. And he's going to lose yardage on that play, perhaps a 5-yard loss. And it's going to be 4th and 9 on the play. A nice block there from number 40, Kyle Doran. However, it is not to suffice. 5-yard loss on the play, and Stallions punt team is out. That is number 3, the quarterback, Anthony King, out to punt. And number 20, Robert Cantu, is back to receive. Decent punt there from King. Ball is going to be down at about the 25-yard line by number 4, Carson Folk. Carson, a junior here at Shadow Ridge, a recent transfer from Valley Vista High School. Demons will take over at the 25-yard line with the 1st and 10, seeing if they can do anything about this Stallions defense, who has not given up anything to this Dysart offense. Villalobos, the quarterback, liking to work with 4 wideouts and only a sole running back. However, he has not been able to make a completion in the last 2 drives. Villalobos will be under center with a fullback behind him. He has 2 wideouts and a tight end. It's going to be a timeout for Dysart. They'll take their first time out of the half. It would appear as if they were missing their running back on the play, giving themselves some time to reorganize some things. There you can see the Stallions cheerleaders. Good job, girls. If you're just joining us, you're joining us here in the 3rd quarter at Shadow Ridge High School. My name is Adrian Palayo, bringing you this varsity matchup between the Dysart Demons and your home team, the Shadow Ridge Stallions. Score is currently 53-13 here in the 3rd quarter. After a bolstering rushing attack by the Stallions has been too much for the Demons, as well as some special teams help, giving them 2 special teams touchdowns by way of Gabe Jordan and Julian Torres. This rushing attack has been too much for the Demons. A couple of rushing touchdowns by number 5, Brian Keys, and another one by Gabe Jordan. And also one by number 7, Julian Torres. 2 running backs for Villalobos, as well as 2 wideouts. He looks to his left to pass, a quick screen. There's a fumble on the play, and it looks as if the Stallions are going to recover it.
He made a football move. That should be Angel, right? Yeah, number 2. He caused it 1 recovery.
Number 2, Angel Saravia, forced that fumble. Then it was recovered by number 1. That's Queese Wilcox. Stallions will now take over at about the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for them. See if they can bolster their rushing attack even more, even with this sizable lead late in the 3rd quarter. There's about 39 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. It looks as if Shadow Ridge is going to continue with Doran at tailback. Number 51, Chris Napoli, rushing in for the Stallions. There's going to be 4 wideouts here for King, along with Doran at tail. King is in the shotgun. He receives the snap. Handoff is to Doran, and he'll probably get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 19-yard line for the Stallions. Perhaps time for one more play in this 3rd quarter, as there's only 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Time is running. And in fact, it looks as if they are going to let the clock run out. That is going to end the third quarter for us here. It is currently 52-13 still Shadow Ridge after a quarter of play in the second half. No scoring has been done here in this third quarter. However, Shadow Ridge still maintains a very sizable lead. Shadow Ridge will start on the Dysart 19-yard line with a 2nd and 9 when we get started here in the fourth quarter. Once again, no scoring here in this third quarter. However, Shadow Ridge maintaining a very sizable lead with their defense. This is a quick shout out to our amazing athletic director, Matthew Cuffle. Mr. Cuffle is the reason that we are broadcasting this game for you here on AI365.com. That is what you are watching here. Please continue to join us, as next week we'll be broadcasting the Willow Canyon game from here at Shadow Ridge High School. That is going to be a very highly contested matchup, one that Shadow Ridge will be looking to win, and if they do win that matchup, assuming they win this one here today, that they'll secure themselves a nice place in the playoffs. Shadow Ridge takes over 2nd and 9 from the 19-yard line. King still has Doran back as tailback with 4 wideouts. He sends Marstein in motion. Quick option to Marstein. However, it looks like he's going to lose about a yard. Brought back at the 20. There you can see the Stallions in the huddle after a loss about 1 for number 25, Jake Marstein. It will be a 3rd and 9 from the Stallions. King back in the shotgun with Dorn behind him. He has 4 wideouts. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Dorn. However, he's going to be brought down for a sizable loss. Being brought down at about the 27-yard line. It looks as if number 12, Carlos Suarez, will be brought on here. It looks as if it's going to be perhaps a 41-yard field goal attempt. It'll be a 42-yard field goal attempt here for Suarez. He has missed today. He has missed today from 45. However, he's made from 34. Big boot from Suarez. It is on, and it just misses to the left. A very impressive kick there from Suarez. However, it is to suffice as the score stays at 53-13. A nice kick from Suarez nonetheless. Dysart will take over on their own 25-yard line with a 1st and 10. We'll see if sophomore quarterback Gilbert Villalobos can do anything about this Stallion defense that has been causing him very many troubles during this not-so-contested matchup. 10:22 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. We'd like to thank you again for joining us here at Shadow Ridge High School. Shadow Ridge is nestled at the peaks of the White Tank Mountains. Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line for Dysart. Gilbert Villalobos with 1 running back to his side and 3 wideouts. Back in the shotgun. He takes the snap, looks to his right. That ball is caught, but immediately taken down by number 24. That's Chase Combs. That ball is caught by number 4, Aaron Craig on the play. Good for about a 7-yard gain. That'll bring up a 2nd and 3 from the Dysart 27 now. Second and 3 now for the Demons at the 27-yard line. Villalobos has 2 running backs by his side, and he has 2 wideouts. In the shotgun, he receives the snap, looks directly to his left. That ball is intended for number 86. That's Frazier, who caught the earlier touchdown reception. However, some good coverage by number 2, Angel Sarabia, prevents the catch. It'll be now a 3rd and 3 from the Dysart 27. Number 2, Angel Saravia with a handful of picks this season as well. Quick mention to number 24, Chase Combs, with that earlier tackle. He had an interception earlier on in this game. It looked to be an incompletion, however, he caught the ball. 2 running backs by Villalobos' side. He puts one in motion. He rolls out to the right looking for a reception. He gets one, but it looks like it's going to be short after a nice tackle by number 1. That is Queese Wilcox. It's going to be about 4th and 1. As a matter of fact, that ball was incomplete. Broken up by number 1, Wilcox. It'll be 4th and 3. It looks as if the Demons are going to go for it here. They have Villalobos has 2 running backs by his side and his 2 wideouts. Going for it here after he rolls out to his left, looks for a quick screen pass, and he's going to get the first down. That's number 20, Robert Cantu. And he's going to get the first down in a little bit more. Ball is going to be placed on the Dysart 40-yard line for a gain of about 13 on the play. We'd just like to thank you once again for joining us here at Shadow Ridge High School. Current score is 53-13. I'm Adrian Palayo, alongside some senior correspondents here. We'd like to thank you. Villalobos fumbles taken. Fumbles recovered right away by number 20, Cantu. However, that's going to be a loss of about 4. That'll bring up a 2nd and 14 for the Demons.
We have our winner for our 50-50 raffle drawing. The number is,
Little risky play from the Demons to go for it on 4th and 4. However, paying off in the end, although they have lost yards recently. 2nd and 13 from the 37. Villalobos has 2 running backs behind him. He is under center. He rolls to the left looking for a receiver. He has some pressure on him. And it is incomplete, intended for number 32, Jose Arenas. However, it is well underthrown there by Villalobos. It'll be 3rd and 13. Villalobos unable to get very many passes off during this game as Stallion pressure has been too much for him. However, Stallion defense has not been able to record a sack yet in this game. Villalobos very aware and very agile to get away from the Stallions defense. 3rd and long here for the Demons. Villalobos will have 2 running backs by his side as well as 2 wideouts. Perhaps a quick screen play to the running backs as it was on that 4th and short. He puts 20 in motion. He rolls to his right. That is going to be intercepted. That is number 9, Marcus Williams, and he is going to be gone. That is number 9, Marcus Williams, on an interception for a touchdown. However, there was a flag thrown on the field. Perhaps a little laundry thrown there. At the moment, the score is 59-13. It looks as if the penalty is going to be on the Demons, so the score will still be 59-13. Number 12, Carlos Suarez, on for the PAT. Perfect today on PATs. 1 for 3 on field goals. However, those misses are from 41 and 45. It looks as if that penalty is going to be assessed on the try, bringing back the ball to about the 12-yard line. So it looks as if there's going to be a 27-yard PAT attempt for Suarez. Apparently there's going to be no penalty on the play. The ball is placed back at the 2-yard line. Carlos Suarez on for the PAT as planned. Assuming Suarez makes this PAT, the score will be 60-13 Stallions. And it is. Point after is good by Suarez.
And that'll bring the score to Stallions 60.
Score now with 8:11 left on the clock in this game is Stallions 60 and the Dysart Demons 13.
And I will repeat the number, winning number of the 50-50 raffle is 719-829. Please pick up your winnings at the merchandise table.
It'll be number 12, Carlos Suarez, for the kickoff. Dysart Demons have yet to take the field. It looks as if the penalty from earlier on is going to be assessed on the kickoff, placing the ball now on the 30-yard line. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us here on AIA365.com. You're watching Shadow Ridge versus Dysart Demons varsity football here from Shadow Ridge High School. If you're enjoying this varsity matchup, you can't wait till next week when the Stallions take on the Willow Canyon Wildcats in a highly contested district battle. That is a decent kickoff from number 12, Carlos Suarez. Recovered a ferocious tackle there by number 25. That's Jake Marstein. And Dysart will take over on offense. Dysart will take over on their own 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 7:33 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Unable to rack up many points on the board is the Dysart offense. Quarterback Gilbert Villalobos has yet to throw for a touchdown pass ever since that one early on in the 2nd quarter. That was to number 86, Albie Frazier, as number 23, Matthew Lyons, comes on to play some defensive back for the Stallions. A barrage of subs used for the Stallions here, including number 4, Carson Folk, also being put at the cornerback position. Safeties for the Stallions includes number 9, Marcus Williams, number 11, Gabe Jordan. Looks to be a deep pass. That is intended for Frazier. However, number 4, Carson Folk, is on coverage. Ball well overthrown by Villalobos. 6:32 on the clock. Clock should be stopped by now. No?
42 plus keeps going. 42 plus difference, continuous running clock.
My mistake. The clock should still be running. About 6:20 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Score is now 60-13 Stallions. Villalobos looks to his left for the pass. Carson Folk looked for the interception, but is just over his head. That was intended for number 20, Robert Cantu. However, it is well over his head.
Now would be a good time to call your parents to pick you up with 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the game, and your parents waiting for you.
This is a quick shout out to all the Stallions fans out there. We'd like to thank you for coming out to this game. It is a fantastic game that has been full of many Stallion opportunities. With the score currently at 60-13, doesn't look like Stallions are going to face any adversity anytime soon. Villalobos will be under center with a fullback and a running back as well as 3 wide receivers. Villalobos takes the snap. Handoff is to the tailback. That's going to be number 20, Robert Cantu, on the rush for a gain of about 6 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4 now. That'll bring up a 4th and 4 now for the Dysart Demons. Here on the 41-yard line. Looks as if the Demons are going to go for it. on 4th and short. Here they have left nothing to lose here. They put number 20 in motion. That's Cantu. 2 wideouts for. He rolls out to the left. Pump fakes, rolls even more out to the left. He has number 32. Nearly intercepted by Williams again. It was intended for number 32, Jose Arenas. Marcus Williams getting a hand on it, just can't get the interception down. He did take one back for 6 on the last drive, I should mention. 4:08 and rolling left on the clock here. It looks as if the Shadow Ridge Stallions are going to roll on to victory, as they're going to take over on downs here. Perhaps looking to wind down the clock with some quick runs. Got a first down or 2 and this game should be done. Just like to correct a quick little mistake by my visuals expert here. It is the 4th quarter here. It is 60-13. The ball game is nearly over as the ball is handed off to number 25, Jake Marstein. He'll get back to about the line of scrimmage if he doesn't lose the yard or so. It'll be 2nd and 12 here for the Stallions on the Dysart 41-yard line. Clock's going to continue to wind down. About 3 minutes left here in this ball game.
Students, make sure you call your parents. Have them waiting for you after the game. It's a great time to call them.
Second and 12 here for King. Back in the shotgun. Has Doran back as his tailback. Handoff is to Doran. No, King keeps it. It is a quarterback keeper, and he is off. He is going to get a touchdown. That is number 3, Anthony King, as the Stallions have just surpassed their own record for points scored in a game, as the score is about to be 66-13. Pending the PAT from Suarez, the score will be 67-13. Once again, this has broken a school record for points amassed in a game, as previously broken this season at the Apache Junction game, where the final score was 60-19. Number 12, Carlos Suarez on for the PAT. Let's put the record at 67 for the Stallions. The clock continues to run as Stallions wind down this victory. Score is currently 67-13. As the clock dwindles down, I would just like to thank the fans for coming out to watch the Stallions. I would also like to thank you, the viewers, for watching this broadcast on AIA365.com. My name is Adrian Palayo. I'm standing beside visuals expert Kyle Barbosa and cameraman Carson Cavaletto. We'd like to thank you for watching us here on AIA365.com, and join us next week when we bring to you the Willow Canyon game. That will be a hotly contested matchup. Perhaps a game of the week, I might add. Clock at 1:22 now here late in this 4th quarter. Score is 67-13 Shadow Ridge. Carlos Suarez looks to take the kick. Onward comes Suarez for the kickoff. It is a very decent kick. It is going to be recovered by number 20. That's Robert Cantu. And he's going to get out to about the 31-yard line. We'll see if the Dysart offense can get anything going with less than a minute left in this game. Perhaps a quick out, or perhaps a Hail Mary to finish out this last game.
We'd like to thank you for coming out tonight and supporting your Shadow Ridge football team.
Once again, we would like to thank you for supporting Shadow Ridge football here today. It looks as if the final score is going to be 67-13. Villalobos has 2 running backs and 2 wideouts. He will go under center. Handoff is
Handoff number
to the tailback. That's number 20, Robert Cantu. He'll be tackled at about the line of scrimmage. And that is going to do it for us here. With 10 seconds left on the clock, it's going to dwindle down, and that is going to be the end of our game here. The clock dwindles down to 0, and the final score here today is going to be the Shadow Ridge Stallions 67 and the Dysart Demons 13. An impressive offensive showing from the Stallions, followed by a mediocre attempt on defense from the Demons. Special teams certainly a factor in this game, as they accounted for 3 touchdowns for the Stallions, as well as defense, which included an interception for a touchdown by number 9, Marcus Williams. Some rushing touchdowns today by number 5, Brian Keys, and number 11, Gabe Jordan. A reception touchdown by number 80, Caleb Culberson, also added to the mix. We would like to thank you for watching this broadcast on AIA365.com. Please join us next week when we broadcast the Willow Canyon game. For all of us here at Shadow Ridge, I'm Adrian Palau, joined by Kyle Barbosa and Carson Cavaletto. The final score here, Shadow Ridge 67 and the Dysart Demons 13.